Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Pretty insane morning so far. So we'll wait just a minute to let some other people roll in, and we'll get started. All right, so let's get started. Today is what, Wednesday? Okay. We're looking at LGVN. Obviously, the top runner on the day so far is LGVN. We're up about 100% with 22 million volume. Right, that's some good volume. And if you look at the float here, it's only 6 million. So we rotated the float a few times. we're holding this bottom, right? So we talked about protected candles. Anyone remember what a protected candle is? I know it's been a few days, but nice soak right there off a protected candle. So you guys, anyone remember what a protected candle is here on YouTube? People know in the Discord, but let's see. Does anyone remember? All right, so protected candle is a candle with high volume that has made new highs, okay? Or broken market structure. So that's exactly what's happening on LGVN right now. We came down, tested the same line, which is the protected candle, right? We grabbed liquidity, we dipped down, we opened here, we broke the previous high. So this is break of structure. We came down to this market, to this candle open level. We broke below it, meaning everyone who took entries around here are stopping out below the obvious support level. Okay, this is the obvious support level. People stop out below here. We close over this level. And then that's called a liquidity grab. So once they grab liquidity, you are good to go. Okay, so that's exactly what happened. There's a liquidity grab here, and you have a 30-40 cent move right here to be able to scalp it. We have room until 650 from the daily. This is where a gap to fill is on the daily. You guys can see there's a gap to fill that starts from 605 to 650, and 650 is the gap fill. So this area of the gap fill, 650, is going to be some very big resistance. Okay. But in the scenario that we do break out, which it's very possible, right? There isn't that much selling pressure. In the scenario that we do break out and retest this exact level, we have so much room to run, right? That's the ideal entry. And then we have room back up to 7.5. Now, when I say ideal entry, that's like, this would be one of the best entries possible. Okay, that doesn't mean that you can't take entries down here. That doesn't mean you can't scalp it down here. That doesn't mean there's going to be there won't be good entries down here. But if you're looking at after this big run, what's the best risk to reward trade? It's probably a breakout and a retest into this zone. Sellers get trapped here with fresh buyers coming in, and then you have room back up to 750. So 650 to 750, that's a full zone. Okay, that's going to be a level to level trade in the scenario that we do break out, retest into this zone to 750. And I hope that makes sense because it's clear from the daily. There's a gap to fill, and then once we make 650, which is the gap to fill support level into support, or resistance level into support, then we just kind of squeeze the buyers. Okay, that's what we're looking at here on LGVN, along with obviously intraday protected candles, but so far this is the situation. Okay, does that make sense? Hope that's clear. And then obviously the maybe before market opens, or even maybe before the stream ends, there's different price points that we have to look into, and which we'll do that. Actually, we'll go do that right now. What are some other scenarios that we can happen? So right now we're looking at 590. Let's go to the weekly and look at something lower in case it does drop lower. What are some other scenarios that we can deal with? So one thing that I do like on this stock is probably this 559 level. This is where the candle close is, right? So if we hold 559, I'm going to make this candle green just because that's going to be our buy, right? If we come down to 556, 558, this is going to be a beautiful entry. Now, where does that stand on the intraday chart? On the intraday chart, that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. It's holding up after such a big move. That's the drawdown that we need. That's the dip that we need. And we might even come lower. It just depends on the strength of the stock. But you guys can mark out the key levels now. 557, 591, zone from 650 to 620. And then if we make this zone into support, we have room until 750, potentially higher. Nice, so this is the candle at 650. Now would this be a protected candle? This candle right here? Not necessarily. I mean, it has good volume, it has a good pop, But the difference between a protected candle is this didn't break the structure. This is the candle that broke the structure. Okay. So now if this candle pops, this is going to be a new base for the stock. Okay. And that's what's going to be the most interesting part. So that's why this candle is struggling, because this is the candle that broke structure. So now there's fresh buyers coming in. There's fresh sellers coming in. There's fresh shorts coming in. Fresh longs coming in. It's going to be a battle, right? And it's a fresh candle of break of structure in a zone that we know is very significant, right? So all that thinking can tell you, hey, we might struggle here for a little bit, and then we'll see what happens. And if we set up off of price action and volume, then we'll take a nice entry. Okay. So that's basically the plan here. We're gonna see. I hope that makes sense. The protected candle, the difference between this and this one, we broke structure, and this candle we did not break structure. We were still below. We candle closed below this level, and then this one was the candle that broke structure, grabbed liquidity at least so far into this gap to fill zone, and we're rejecting. So ideal entry once again 557, 558, 580 levels. We'll just have to see how it sets up off of these. Next, let's go to VVPR. VVPR has 20 million volume, so pretty similar to LGVN. Actually, LGVN has 25 now, but VVPR has been trading for a lot more, or like a lot longer, since 4 a.m. So, and the time, if you look at the time versus volume, LGVN does have a lot more volume based off of time. So VVPR, let's see what's going on here. Let's take out these lines, and then let's go to the larger time frame. So if we look at where are buyers coming in, right? Where are buyers and sellers coming in? So high volume right here, obviously. So we see, okay, buyers step in here. Okay. And then we come here. Okay, buyers step in here. Okay. And then we come here. There's sellers come in here, but it's not that crazy. Like if you look at that selling pressure volume, it's not that much compared to the buying, right? This seller was only 550K compared to 800K buying. So yes, this could all be a liquidity grab. So we'll mark this out as a zone. This would be like my price target zone. This would be my price target zone if I do take entries here. But anyway, let's go to like the quarterly now. Let's see where the buyers are coming in. Are you guys up to speed on what I'm doing? Let me know in chat everywhere. You guys understand what I'm doing? YouTube, Discord, otherwise it doesn't make sense if you guys don't understand. YouTube, Discord, let me know. Okay, sounds good. All right, now we're seeing where the buying pressure is coming in, right? That's what we just did on VVPR. We saw the candles where a lot of buyers came in. And then this is our selling zone. Is there significant selling that's supposed to be here? Not really. I mean, against 558. So yes, right here, there can be selling, right? That could be our sell. But once we break over 558 and 640, all right, so this whole area is going to be our selling zone. Because we're going to be, this is market structure. Okay, this is market structure. This is what we held before the massive move up. So that being said, this whole area is going to be pretty big rejections, pretty big resistance. Okay, so now I'll get rid of this just because I know where the sellers are. Okay, this market structure is going to be resistance. So where's the buying pressure? Where are we looking for entries? Buyers came in here, buyers came in here. Let's move this up just because that's perfect. Right here, 439. So 439 would be great. And if 439 would target back up to 670, right? If you look at from candle to candle perspective. From candle to candle, 439 goes back to 669. Now, is it guaranteed? No. But that just means we have a lot of room to run. If 439 holds, we grab liquidity below it. We have room at least to 580, 630, right? That's that zone. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. 439, right? This candle. And then let's drop down now. Why is this 486 here? So let's drop down to the weekly. Maybe we can understand a little bit more. 486. Is there anything else significant? Okay, so I see this 439 here, right? Which is nice. And I see buyers here. So, which was buyers at resistance, okay? So now what I'm going to do is this is just what it makes it easier for me. This is buyer support as well. So I'm going to make that green. So 439 is buyer support. This area is buyer support. This zone that was selling is now buying. And then we have room to 530. Candle close, right, from level to level. Okay, so we have support 439, 486, and then along with this zone, 532 resistance, 580. This is all resistance up here. Okay, so we're going to be selling into this level, selling into these levels. So 439 buy zones. This whole area would be buy zones after we break out and retest. And then we would look for 588 and up to these levels. Okay. And remember, 439 was such a big level on the quarterly that if we break and soak below it and we just consolidate in this area, we have room back up to 663 based off of level to level, or at least just this area. So am I taking entries right now? No. But into open, I'm definitely watching this 440 level. And we are grabbing liquidity. So let's just say we break out right now and retest into open and it holds up. I will still be interested because we've already grabbed this liquidity. Okay. So this is a pretty big watch for me right now off of this 439, just kind of base here into open. And we'll see how it goes. Okay. VRPX. Okay, we're looking at where buyers came in. So initial buyers came in here, then buyers came in here. Okay. And then crap ton of sellers came in here. Okay. So what's going on? Now we go to the quarterly. Okay, is there anything significant on the super large time frame that can help us out here? Nope, nothing. Not really. Except, except that we kind of double bottomed here, so we have a lot of room to run to 240. But let's see. Let's go down to the monthly. There wasn't any significant levels in between though. So in the monthly, still nothing significant. There's just a big gap, so we have room to 260. Okay. This is more confirmation that we have room to 260 because if we hold 64 cents, we target back to 260. Same thing, big gap right here on the weekly. So everything is kind of indicating to me that this is going to have a bigger move. And then boom, gap to fill in the daily. So now let's drop down. We saw 214. Let's see. Okay, one sec. So 214, where is that from? 214 rejection is from this structure. So what I'll do is I'll draw it out a little bit bigger. So we know that in case this zone becomes support, right now it's resistance. If this zone becomes support, then we break out and retest into it for 265. Okay? So that's our resistance zone right now, VRPX, and that's exactly what's happening. Yeah, we saw pop, rejection, pop, rejection. So I think it's going to top out here, probably, and then push back down because it's already pretty extended. So in order for it to go like 265, it's going to take a lot of pressure. I think we look for stocks that are already in the uptrend. And then, I like VVPR probably the most today. Off of this 439. I think VVPR is probably my favorite setup. Just because that quarterly level, right? It's super strong. Let's take a look at NAS. What's the flow here? Okay, let's see where the buyers come in. Buyers come in. So that's market structure, okay? These are candles that broke new highs with high volume, right? This broke a structure, this broke structure, this broke previous structure. So now you guys can clearly see we hold like market moves in this structure level. We grab liquidity below this level. Once we make 472 support, we have room back up to 515 because the market just simply moves on level to level. And this is just kind of adding on to that. Like it's just showing you guys what it does. Okay, now let's go to the quarterly. Is it anything significant for us? Except the fact that we have some stupid room. This is interesting. We have a lot of room to run. And especially that it's been such a hard drop to where it can reverse pretty hard. And actually we grab liquidity below here. We have room to. This is actually really nice. This is actually really nice. So, we're looking at these two levels. So if 660 holds, we have room back up to like 15, right? Not saying it's going to get there, but that's where we have room until. Okay, so these are the two levels. So you guys can see 660 is exactly where we rejected right now. Okay, 660. Once we go back to the quarterly, sorry, the monthly, let's see where 660 was. All right, 660 was this big rejection level, right? We have this massive drawdown, and then we have this candle close. So 660 is rejecting right now, and it's going to continue to be tough. So do we realistically have room to 8.5? Yeah, but is it super possible right now? I don't know. Probably not. You guys can see high volume buyers got soaked up and stopped out. We're going to have to see some signs of a reversal. 440 and 472. Let's see if there's any reason why buyers came in here. We saw where price targets would be. All right, but let's see if there's any significant reason why buyers came in. Okay, not there. No reason over there. Not really any strong reason for why buyers came in here. The line that I would use now is probably 530 because I don't see really any reason why buyers came in here. There wasn't any structure, just previous probably fair value gap, as ICT would mention. But let's see. This is probably the line that I would be more interested in because this is market structure, right? This is a level that we need to hold. So because we have a lot of room here, I'm still interested, but after this big drawdown of 660 rejection, I'm not the biggest fan, but I know it has so much room, right? So that's why I'm still watching it. So I'll be looking for like a 470 reclaim for 520, 520 reclaim for 660. Is it my favorite trade of the day? No. Is it my least favorite? Maybe. But actually, VRPX probably going to top out 220s. Trying to see what has the most room. I think the most potential is VVPR. So this is my most. So if I look at highest potential trade for the biggest move on the day, probably VVPR. If I look at nice trade opportunities, I like VRPX for like this 230, 260, and to open. LGVN, I don't know. It's like an X that you have to deal with. And then yeah, that's about it for now. We'll see what else comes on the watch list, but we're just going to see what holds market structure, what's holding, what's not. I'm going to have 6 stocks up, right? This is what I do. I click the 6, or usually the 4, but today I'm going to click the 6. Just monitor everything, see what opportunity that I can get in the day. One thing to remember is that you really only need one trade a day. I don't care if you're making $2, $3, $4, a penny, right? If you can end green with one share following your plan and discipline, you'll be successful in the future. So if you can create a pre-market plan, and focus on that and see how well it works, right? It could be really big for you. So be patient and understand that uh, long-term mindset, and focus on 1 to 2 trades. That's it. 1 to 2 trades. Be selective. Get those trades in. Get that confidence in. Build that confidence, because if you're taking 50 different trades a day, you don't even know what your setup is. You can't even learn. Why did I take this trade? Oh, I don't know. So be a little bit more aware. And I hope this video helped, or I hope this live helped you guys. Let me know in chat if it did. Drop a like, subscribe to this stream if you guys enjoy. If you want to come live trade with me for free right now with my team, we have everything you need, a full course. And just, you're going to be trading with me as well, right? So here's the link, mmlinks.co/7days, or the top link in the description. Check it out. So I will see you guys on Friday, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if you guys want, come trade with me right now. Other than that, I will see you all on Friday on the stream, and then I'll have a YouTube video dropping soon. So make sure you guys have those notifications on. All right? Best of luck. Peace.